Hey guys, Tom Jr., aka Mustached Tom, here with my review for Fallout 4. So, in this game, uh, you either get to choose your hero or your heroine, and from there, you get put into your vault after exploring a little bit of pre-war time, and then, as soon as you go into the Down Under, into the vault, you get frozen for a long period of time, 200 years, I guess, and then you wake up and you're in the wasteland. And first and foremost, the thing I want to talk about most is the gameplay. It is very smooth and very much more playable than the third one as far as controlling it is concerned. It just feels more natural, just more like a proper video game should. And what really surprised me the most about this game is, unlike Fallout 3, this game did not seem to lag as much as Fallout 3. Fallout 3 was filled up with freezes, lagging, and just, you know, this didn't control as well either. But that isn't to say that this game doesn't have quite a few issues with it, and I'll get to that fairly shortly. But as far as gameplay goes, it's really solid. Probably the most smooth game I've played this year as far as controlling it goes. Except for one instance, and that's when I actually literally got stuck in one location and I could not escape. I couldn't move, I couldn't get out, so I had to kill myself. So there is that. So it's not that's the it's not perfect either. So now we got to talk about the issues that this game has, and it mainly falls under the story of Fallout 4. And the problem comes from its focus. Like, you have this whole sun thing. The sun's always named the same Sean. It's always Sean, I guess. And I, even when you pick different, the four different uh, groups, you still end up sort of doing the same thing, only with a different group. Um, and none of the groups really seem all that bad either. I mean, I guess you could call the Institute bad. I haven't played that one yet, so I wouldn't necessarily know. I did the Brotherhood, and I wanted to get this review out there as soon as I completed at least one story. But even from that point of view, it's very much so focused on doing that one thing, and from that point of view, it kind of loses its drive. I mean, it is really easy to get distracted by side quests and all that stuff, and I mean that's sort of a good thing that I think personally, to get like sidetracked and do different things. That's fun, but the issue is that some of the quests themselves are very complicated, or they're not very straightforward, or it's just very hassling. The ones that really got to me were like these building ones where you have to build something, just like a lot of tedious finding stuff, and either have either having to remove or build something is usually a real hassle to do those. Other things, the one thing I really miss the most from Fallout 3 is the karma level. Um, and I was really disappointed when this game didn't feature this at all. I mean, how come out of the four groups there aren't any bad groups like there were in Fallout 3? There was a different ending. Where's the Enclave? We hear mentions of it in Fallout 4, but where are they? Why aren't they in this game? Why can't you join them? Where are all the other bad guys? Why can't we join them? Things like that really do pop up and become very obvious after playing Fallout 3. Um, and that really, for me, puts this game not as high as it should be. Um, I was like really trying to figure out what kind of grade I would give this game, and at first I was like, yeah, this is an easy 9 out of 10, like when I first started playing it, but then as I started seeing more of these things that I kind of thought were going to be in the game, like sort of easy brainers, I was so confused and thinking, I don't know if I should give this a 9 out of 10 right now. Um, and I'm sure other people are either disappointed or if they're on PC, since I played it for the PS4, they probably have are either have or are making mods for this very issue if they're not already done. Um, so there is that for the PC players at least. So um, I guess we can still wait for DLC, but I don't know if they're gonna fix any of these issues that are very, very obvious. Uh, the building part can get a little bit tedious as well, and can be a little bit frustrating, especially with these like if you're like building a wall, it sort of like automatically lines itself up unless you like force it not to, and like your walls can get all weird. It can get really frustrating, like I said. So there's that. Also, anything else? Like I said, I really do miss the karma thing. The perk system is still there, but it's a bit more linear. But that's I don't find an issue with that personally. But anything else? The designs of the creatures look really, really good. The way they attack, the way that they move, all that sort of stuff. It's really, that part's really good. So, in the end, like I said, I thought I was going to give this a 9 out of 10. And much like Metal Gear Solid 5, I would personally bump that down to like an 8 out of 10 right now after everything that went down. But I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10 still. Not necessarily a 9 out of 10, but really close. Um, Simply because there were like three major disappointments in this game. Three, and that's quite a few. The lack of the story, the lack of being able to be bad, this very frustrating building system that doesn't seem all that well done. Um, and that's about it as far as complaints go. So that's my review for Fallout 4, and I do apologize if this is really late. Um, it's just been really this game in itself took a lot of time to complete. Like I said, getting distracted easily by side quests, not knowing what points that I would be stuck in a certain group. Like, there's no indication of when you're gonna get attacked either. Like, there are things that pop up that say you failed to protect this area, but there was no indication that that area was under attack. See, I mentioned another thing. Like, I'm like thinking of all these things that just keep coming up that just wasn't mentioned in the game at all. So, yep, that's it for my review. So, my name is Thomas Jr., aka Mustached Tom, and I'll see you guys next time.